So basically, what I was thinking of was, oh fuck! I can't believe you've done this. Oh fuck! I can't believe you've done this.
Yo. Go freaking deep. Episode 180 freaking 9. Oh my God. This is gonna be a hell of an episode, y'all. I mean, I ain't even gonna talk. As you see, I didn't even make the intro long because we gotta get straight to this content. Why? All right, before we get into the interview, all right, hold on, check this out. I've been drinking a little bit on the interview with them boys. And we all feeling a little bit good right now, so it's all good. So if I'm just happy or extra happy right now in this podcast, you understand why. Just go with it, guys. Just go with it. But I'm extra happy really because listen to this lineup we just had on the show. I had Film God. I had Fatal J. I had Abu Nas. And I had the Content King himself, 44. Yes, all of them was on a show together. Fatal J, me, Film God, Abu Nas. But you know how we normally say you gotta listen to some music first? We're about to premiere some music that's probably gonna be the 2020 official anthem for the Snyder Cut. It might be the 2020 and 2021 also. I know we had a 2019 and we ain't shitting on nobody's 2018-19 official anthems because we love them. I think Abu Nas even dropped one. He's on the show. But of course, like this movement, it upgrades and we're just gonna keep upgrading. So for 2020 right now and maybe for 2021, we about to drop the official Snyder Cut anthem right now. From my dog, Vega. Produced by my other dog, St. John from Beat House Productions. Yes, Beat House is the company that I started. St. John is he's my vice president pretty much of Beat House Productions. And he's the producer. I was the rapper, he was the producer. That's how we went. But I don't be rapping no more, but he still be making beats. So he sends me beats. I've tried to find the right people to put on them. So I'm gonna take executive producer credits for this song. Because people be trying to steal credits and I just gotta get what's mine, you know? So we're about to drop this shit right now. Sorry. We're about to drop this shit right now. We haven't titled it. This is the first, y'all are not the first people to hear it. The Watchmen are actually the first people to hear this song because Gio is the manager and Gio requested a listen before we dropped, which is 100% in his, in his whatever. I've been drinking, guys, bear with me. So we're about to drop this song. This song is the official Snyder Cut anthem. We're naming it that. Fuck it. If y'all don't like that, y'all have to make a song better than this. If y'all make a song better than this, then it's gonna be the official Snyder Cut anthem. But until then, we rocking with this. Let me introduce this shit. Vega over St. John, Beat House Productions. No title. It is untitled, but we rocking with Snyder Cut anthem officially until somebody changes our mind. Let's go, yeah bitch.
Snyder fans believe it's a real thing. The Snyder Cut is not real. It's not finished. Warner Brothers pulled the plug before all of the final touches can be made. It's not going to get released.
Oh, what an amazing feeling. Name another fan base to raise the ceiling. Over 2 years, you know we held it down. Nothing you can tell us now. The Snyder Cut is coming now. Nothing you can tell us now. The Snyder Cut is coming now. Yeah, yeah. Release the Snyder Cut, be the movement, keep it moving. 28,000 strong, we keep improving. We ain't never did this here for y'all amusement. Fighting for what's right for the Snyders is what we doing. Stood united with Zach, we believed in his vision. Supporting AFSP, we believe in the mission. So know that your life has purpose. Know that to fight for what's right is worth it. We fought against impossible odds. We fought for an honorable cause. We made it happen, y'all deserve an applause. And I ain't saying that to be prideful, just proud of all the things that we've accomplished. Now the feeling's delightful. Keep ignoring all of those who are spiteful, thinking we feel entitled. Twitter fingers got me reading a nightful. Nothing changes under the sun, but it's done cause we've won. Zack Snyder's Justice League is the title. Whoa.
So according to the sources, Warner Bros. And HBO Max will not be releasing Snyder's Director's Cut of Justice League.
Oh, what an amazing feeling. Name another fan base to raise the ceiling. Over 2 years, you know we held it down. Nothing you can tell us now. The Snyder Cut is coming now. Nothing you can tell us now. The Snyder Cut is coming now. Yeah, yeah. I need all the recent Snyder Cut family to stand up. All who participated, now put your hands up. The American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, Nerd Queens and Meg who did the Justice Convention. All the YouTubers that never failed to mention the existence of the Snyder Cut in every session. Also the fandom's RT Snyder Cut account. The admins of the page who did a numerous amount of work behind the scenes to avoid all the clout. Even gave us the round tables once we figured it out. From the billboard in Times Square to the plane in the air. All the hashtag events, the retweets and shares. All day and night, there was no time to spare. Cast and crew members, this moment is also theirs. Those who stayed woke and those who stayed aware. Those who were passionate and those who really cared.
You're talking about the release the Snyder Cut type weirdos.
Oh, what an amazing feeling. Name another fan base to raise the ceiling. Over 2 years, you know we held it down. Nothing you can tell us now. The Snyder Cut is coming now. Nothing you can tell us now. The Snyder Cut is coming now. Yeah, yeah. I'm hearing they claim we'll regret it. Now that is a shame. Hey, who is to blame? Your lies you invented, our truth was our flame. Hey, see we ain't the same. Y'all were chasing the clout, y'all did it for fame. Hey, but we changed the game. Now don't you forget it. Remember the name. Hey.
Bam. All
Yeah,
right,
because
what's up?
I just want to lace you up, bro, because a lot of people need to give you respect, bro.
Oh, word?
Yeah, man, because
Appreciate it, though.
all the YouTube channels want to talk about Illuminati. Bro, you was the first ever. You and Griff. Bro, I saw that years ago when I was in high school, bro.
Right, I can't
saw
believe that, though. I can't believe that. When you told me that, I was like, whoa, because I straight up forgot I even did that shit.
Bro, I remember you did that, bro. I remember Griff. Y'all looked like y'all was in a hotel room.
Yeah, we was.
Yeah,
We was.
and Griff was breaking the science down so hard. Every single thing Griff said came to life, bro.
Came true.
He was talking about rappers wearing dresses and stuff, bro. Mm-hmm. That stuff is happening.
Right. Hey, dog, I appreciate it, man, because I didn't know it was gonna touch nobody like that. I just did it. We lucked out on it because a friend of my mom's knew him, so he was in the city close to Charleston, and they called back, and I was like, yo, I talked to him on the phone. I said, yo, would you come to Charleston? I'll come pick you up. He said, yeah, if you give me a ride. So I came and got him, and we did it, you know.
Bro, I'm surprised Griff didn't have a hit on him, bro, because he was dropping so much heat. You know what I'm saying? And
Griff has had assassination attempts on him.
Yeah, they burned down his house.
A lot.
Bro, I knew it had to come because, bro, the stuff he was dropping, man, it make you look at entertainment in a different light now. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. Well, I appreciate that, bro. I definitely appreciate
props to you, bro. Props to you for interviewing him, man.
Yeah, that shit was a classic. I remember when I seen that shit on your channel and I asked you about that. I'm like, bro, you got a video with Professor Griffin? Like, oh yeah, I did that like 7 years ago. I'm like, yo, I'm watching Go Deep this whole time. I watched the whole thing like twice too. I'm like, damn, this is a good ass fucking interview.
Yeah, that was me.
I was watching a lot of that content for years. You feel what I mean? Up to this point. And I never saw that fucking video. So like, I probably watched hella Professor Griff videos.
Right.
And that was probably one of the best interviews I've seen with him. Dead ass. Like,
you
were on point.
Man. Because after Pilley interviewed me for the first time, then I was just going back on his old videos. I was like, that's Professor Griff. When did this happen? So, because I used to listen to Public Enemy when I was throughout my years, So
Heck
it's really
yeah.
surprised to see him on Pelly's channel.
Yeah, man. Thanks. That was
And
my
you know
first.
what? And you know what, Film Guy?
What's up?
You have to be careful because the time that we living in now, bro, if you listen to Public Enemy right now, it'll make you want to throw a brick through something, man. I'm serious, man. I love Public Enemy, man, but they can get you hyped up, man.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
They can.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that. That was my first interview, y'all, but
Yeah.
it turned into this. So now we doing this shit, Will. Go Deep, episode 189. I have the all-star cast of people in the show today. I'm going to start with...
all-star now.
You are all-star. I'm going to start with Film Gob because this is actually Film Gob's show, but everyone knows him, so he doesn't really have to introduce himself. But Film Gob, say hi.
Hi. I didn't realize this was the Film Gob show. I just thought I'd come on here with you guys and hang out. Here I am.
Yeah, here you are. Well, no, I was trying to get a show with just you, and you were like, yo, I want Abu Naz on the show, I want Fatal J, and in that case, we got to bring 44 on the show at the same time. Yep. So fuck it, here we are. So now, Fatal J, first time. This is not Film Gob's first time, but Fatal J is your first time. What's up, dog?
Man, this is my first time, man, and I'm glad to be rocking with the real ones because you know what? Y'all told me. Y'all warned me. Y'all said, watch that cat. Watch that cat. I didn't listen. Abu Naz told me the whole time, watch that cat. He funny style. I said, okay, Abu. I learned my lesson. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the baby got to experience life on their own and see what's going on. And y'all told me. Film God told me. Wes told me. Abu told me. But hey, it is what it is. I'm glad I'm rocking with the real ones. The real ones is here, man.
No, Fatal J's on the show.
Hey, man, ain't nothing wrong with having faith in humanity. You try.
Yeah, right. You try.
That's all I can say. You gonna? Yeah. People like to look back on like I shouldn't have backed this person, but when in retrospect, you really see the potential of people's spirit. You know what I mean? And then obviously things happen afterwards that you can't predict, but you do got to give people a chance, and you did. Yeah. So I definitely respect you a lot for that alone.
Yes, sir. Appreciate that, man.
He hung himself. Let's just say that.
Let me talk about that for a minute because there's a little 6 degree of separation between all of this. All of this show starts from Jody. So there was one day when Jody was fucking around with Film Gob, and I really wasn't paying attention to it. So then 44 was like, "Yo, click on this shit real quick." So I clicked on it. So we're watching it, and we're like, "Yo, who the fuck is Jody?" I didn't know this dude. I didn't know nothing about him, but I see Film Gob on the show. So then I'm like, "Yo, dog, I'm about to go at this dude," and then I remember 44 was like, yo, that's Fatal J's homeboy. So I said, oh shit, well fucking I'm about to go at him anyway. So now I got all of y'all on the show. So now it's like, yo, Film Gob, what was that? Because I think I walked into it late. I didn't know Jody that much. I didn't really know of a beef or anything like that. But what was going on to spark that podcast or whatever that was?
But well, all that happened was, over the past maybe 2-3 years, I've done like 2 or 3 videos about Jody. Just the same way I did about, all the other kind of weird channels like Comic Book Cast or John Campea or IGN or like other smaller YouTubers like Robert Storms, take the piss out of these guys.
Right.
And one day, I heard about this article, or just recently, the article that Andy Signor put out about how the Snyder Cut wasn't coming out, or Warner Brothers didn't want to work with Zack Snyder. It's not happening. All that stuff, right?
Right.
So apparently they mentioned me on the stream. I didn't watch this. You put out the article, then you put out a video, and on the video, Jody and him were talking about me or something. So I woke up one morning and everyone's talking, hey, Film Gob, get these guys, roast them. I'm like, what is there to roast? I mean, I've done videos on Jody before,
right?
Just calling out his hypocrisy and all that,
right?
And So I made this comment to Andy Signor's, tagging me in comments on Twitter, and he's like, what are you going to do, Film Gob? And I'm like, I don't have time for you guys. I don't have time for Jodie's corner, the comment that I made.
The legendary
corner.
Yeah, crack corner.
So, and then
he can try to dance around it all he wants, but that was what he was insinuating.
That's what he was insinuating. Like, what else corner do we hang out on but the crack corner?
He wants to come on his show and act like a tough guy and some type of, wannabe gangster and everything, but as soon as someone calls him out for it, it's like, oh, man, you're being racist. They're like, okay, bro. But then you're going to go turn on.
But you know what? None of the black dudes took that as racist.
Right.
Just him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. That wasn't no racism. Like, what are we doing on the corner? We're not playing hopscotch. We're not doing jump rope, double dutch.
Yeah.
None of that shit. It's a crack
going
corner.
down on the corner.
Right. It's
That's
a
why we
crack
avoid
corner. Don't go on the corner if you don't want crack. Stay off the corner.
I mean, I kind of understand. I kind of understand that, the crack corner is where people go to kind of, do what activities they do, right? But I don't relate it to one specific group of people. It can be anyone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
you're not an American, though, right? Yeah, you I don't even have to ask.
I just hear it from movies and music and that kind of thing.
Right.
But then Andy Signor started calling me racist, right? Now, Jodie has blocked me for the longest time. So I see people commenting on Twitter, and I'm like, who are they commenting to? They're not talking to me. So I went in, they're talking to Jodie, and I went into my other account, and I was like, oh, Jodie's been calling me out. So it was close to midnight over here in my time. It was almost midnight. I was like, they're calling me out, calling me racist. I'm not going to stand for this. So like the idiot I am, I actually went on the live stream. And there's like 3 of them. And I'm like, okay, fine. That's another mistake I made. Like,
it's a trap.
I know it's a trap. And I just wanted to see what they say. I was going to give them a chance.
Right.
And Jodie's like, what's your problem with me? I'm like, go and watch the videos, the videos that I did. I mean, there's no point in calling me, trying to ask me to explain what problem I had with you like 3 years ago, 2 years ago, in the 1 or 2 videos that I did. It's kind of pointless. And I asked them to play the videos, but they didn't. They just skipped through it.
Right.
So there wasn't any point in doing that. But yeah, it was just, I went on the stream, sat there for a couple of hours. Another guy came on, started, that little guy came on and started,
don't even get me
started.
And you know what?
You know what?
I literally
Mr.
forgot
West,
about that dude.
Wes had me laughing, bro. I will watch a Wes video about it. Wes said you had to look down to see that dude. Like, who is this dude? Where he come from?
He just popped out of nowhere.
Yeah. Personally, what I don't like about that at all is like, here you have this hood rat motherfucker pop out of nowhere just to literally make black people look bad. Like, you shouldn't see that stuff because my family's a bunch of crack babies. Right. And I went through this and that. You don't know about the 80s. Like, bro, it's 2020, man. Right. And from a black person, I'm tired of motherfuckers crying about the 80s, bro.
Right.
Hell yeah.
Your family didn't bounce back from the 80s. Y'all fucked up, bro. I got friends who had pops who were selling crack and coke in the 80s. Went to jail, came back, went to jail again. Their families are good. They're living in the suburbs. It's not the 80s.
They bounce back,
like, if y'all are still crack babies and all that, that's on y'all at that point. Around the other people trying to make it seem like you shouldn't talk like that because my family's fucked up. When a lot of people in the black community already bounced back from that. Don't try to push this image like the black community is still ridden with crack babies and crack.
Right.
It's not.
Y'all got my stomach
your
hurt.
Your family got crackheads.
Yo, check this out.
And like I repeat again, I got friends who, you feel what I mean, whose families were from the 80s, 70s, were involved in this type of life. Had to take the consequences from that. And they are not in dire straits right now. You know why? Because time goes on. People bounce back. Families bounce back. People go ahead and get out of jail. You know what I mean? And they make the right decisions afterward. Don't try to make it sit here like, oh yeah, we still going through the crack epidemic. You shouldn't be talking like that. It's like, nah, bro. That was like 40, 50
And bro, you can't be in the hood because if you in the hood, you know crack doesn't discriminate. You
Right,
be seeing,
exactly.
You be seeing white people coming up in the hood looking all crazy. You be like, who the freak is that? Who is that? You know?
Right. That what was the weird part. They're insinuating crackheads are black. Like, I've seen a lot of crackheads, and they're like 80% of them ain't black. Like, there's 20% of them, but maybe 60-40. But it weighs out where more white people are like buying crack than black people. I hate to say it like that, but
bro, and that's real, because I be seeing, like, when I used to live in the hood, bro. I lived in the hood for 20 years. I used to see some shady looking white people. Hey man, you know where I can find something? Man, get the fuck away from me, dude. Now I don't know where you can find something.
Right. They're insinuating that black people are crackheads. And I was like, yo, what the fuck? But first, what the fuck? Why are you dissing Film God? Like, everyone know Film God, he just funny. He's not going to go personal on you. He's not going to try to clown you. His shit just funny, dog. Everybody knows his shit is funny. So I thought either they're trying to kill Film God or they're trying to get views out of him. Like, why would they even want him on the show? You know?
It was views. It's all about views.
It was a setup. And in my personal opinion, I think in the long run, I think it was good that Film God went on there. At the time, in the short term, it looked bad. But in the long run, the shit was so stupid and they made themselves look so bad. Like, it was 1 against 3. And technically, Film God still held his own and beat them out on their own show.
Right.
Like, these guys are looking like idiots on their own show. They did not make any good points. You feel me? Even at the end, they admit he wasn't a racist. Even at the beginning, they talking about all this race. This is what I don't like. They talking about all this racist shit and like, oh yeah, we have to confront racism. But you bring Film God involved and you motherfuckers want to talk about comic books and comic book movies. Like what?
I think they were just trying to use them. Go ahead. Go ahead, Jay.
Like it really shows the foolish and kind of slightly elitist and entitled mentality that some of these geek types have out here.
But 44.
They feel like they can ride off all these waves and then, you feel what I mean, just bring it back to geek shit when they want to. It's like, nah, bro, you can't just call somebody a racist, bring them on their show, and the first thing you want to talk about is comic books. That's why I respect Film God a lot when he said, like, yo, wait, y'all call me a racist. Aren't we going to talk about that? And then Jody's like, oh, no, I want to talk about comic book movies first. Like, what type of black dude are you? If you're a black dude that's trying to call out racism and you want to talk about Batman and Superman and all this geeky shit first, like, what? Like, you're a fraud. You're a clown.
44. Let Jay talk.
And just real quick, 44. This is what I noticed though. Andy Signal is the one behind all this, bro, because he know Jody is really emotional, and he plays with that. So he pumped his head. He was the one that pumped Jody head up about, hey man, that's my friend you're talking about. Man, you don't understand where he came from. Right. Ever since Jody got with Andy. Because Andy know how to do that drama. If you go back and look at his history when he was with, what was that company he was with? Film something, Screen something?
Screen Junkies.
Yeah. Screen Junkies. If you look back when he was on Screen Junkies, he used to do movie fights where he debate people all the time about movies. So that's his whole stitch, is to have everybody come to his channel based off views. If they did positive stuff, bro, they would never get views, and they included Jody too. Because Jody is like at 50K, bro, the numbers that he's doing right now, it don't add up to his subscriber account, bro. So now when you watch his stuff, he got to produce nothing but drama. Nothing but drama. That's all he can produce now.
Like, this is how you can rate it. Like you said, check his YouTube, and you can do that for a lot of YouTubers. Check a lot of YouTubers, use subscribers, and then check how many views they get.
Yeah.
And go on these guys' Twitter pages and check how many people are engaging with them directly online.
Yeah.
People don't like these motherfuckers. They're barely even in the fandom, if you really think about it. And I don't want to play anybody out or really what you like or anything or what you into, but what I noticed with a lot of these types, and that's just, other people in that outside of Jody and Andy, is that a lot of these types like attract grifter fans. You know what I mean? That like that are into other things, like, and that's nothing wrong with that. But a lot of these types just attract fans that are into anime, into this, into that, into all these things, and then they sit here and they crap on American comics or they crap on DC comics, and then you look at the people that are watching their videos, and like I said, no disrespect, like a lot of these people are like weebs. Like y'all are like Japanese anime fans or Black Dragon Ball Z fans, and you know what I mean? Like all this weird stuff. You know what I mean? Like y'all are like music producers and all that. Like, y'all are not even really a part of the thing. Like, oh, this stuff sucks. Zack Snyder sucks. These comics sucks. It's like, dude, you read Demon Slayer all day. Like, you be watching One Piece all day. Are you like? What are you even like? That's what confuses me a lot. Like, I be looking at the people that are part of their demographic, and I'm like, it's nowhere near the same people that I see interacting with all the real DC, or what I consider the real DC channels of people like right. Film God that come on there that are actually, you know, fans. You know what I mean? It's always like a weird hodgepodge of different types of people that, in my opinion, aren't even really supporters of the brand, really. And like, people hate this thing, like, oh yeah, support the brand, but it's like shit. If you're a DC fan, you were supporting the brand, regardless whether you like it or not. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. And sometimes I feel like it's just a lot of these people that are hurting their heart. They just want to rip things down because maybe they feel like people aren't appreciating the things that they love. And, you know, people like Jody and Andy, they just take advantage of that, you feel me, unfortunate group of, you know, of people. You feel me? Like, they can say all they want about, you know, people like us and how, you know, or even people like Fatal J and Film Goblin Kelly, you know, about how, oh, you know, toxic people listen to their channels and all that. But I've been listening to y'all channels a lot, and you have a lot of positive people come through and check out all the time, like real fans, like, you feel me, real regular people that really just want to talk about DC content. They don't really care about all the hate, you feel what I mean, or all the extra stuff or SJW stuff or any of that. They just want to have a good time, you know. But, you know, everybody's not like y'all, you feel what I mean? And they know what type of demographic they're aiming for. That's all I'm saying. Like,
that's dope. Let me ask. That's dope. I like what you said, though, because I agree. Let me ask Film Gob something, because I saw yesterday there was somebody doing like a where they are now with like Collider, John Campea, Jody, and it had a video of all of them talking shit about the Snyder Cut. But then somebody in the comments said something like, Film Gob killed all of them. They were like, Film Gob is undefeated. So let me ask you, what is this? Are people just coming for the crown, or is Film Gob the leader warrior in the Snyder Cut movement? What is this Film Gob shit? Tell me what's going on, Film Gob. Who are you, and what do you be doing to make these guys so pissed off, man?
Not much. I mean, all I do is, you know, I see that they're, you know, they're doing what Jody does. You know, they're, you know, whether it's John Campea or whatever YouTube channel it is, they go after the fans, right? They cause as much controversy as they can on other social media platforms. They get you to come over to their YouTube channel and debate and go crazy in the comments and the live chat and all that kind of stuff. It just causes, you know, I'm sure that people like, you know, all these YouTubers, I'm sure they knew that there is some kind of Snyder Cut, but they had to play up this act. You know, look at us, we're talking about, you know, there's no Snyder Cut, it's never coming out, that blah, blah, blah. Now, after a while, it gets boring. Like, people are still asking me, oh, you need to do videos on this Maggie Mayfish. I'm like, I don't want to do videos on some video essay channel that's still talking shit about Zack Snyder in 2020. Like, who's got time for this shit? So I don't. I used to do videos on, you know, calling out certain kind of channels, usually bigger kind of corporate channels like Collider. Yeah. And you know, making fun of them. You know, just kind of reading through their bullshit. And it's like, but now you can tell when their hot takes are fake. Mm-hmm. So there's not much point in doing, because you're just giving them attention. Right. So there's really no point in doing any more videos on these people.
But Film God, I'm gonna tell you what you did, bro. Like, you showed thousands of people out there that these people have no credibility. Right. And that's what they want. Yeah. They want people to look at them as they're the people with credibility. They the one with the hot news. But when you drop your videos and show them saying this, and then this end up happening, that destroyed and crushed them, bro. And that's their worst fear. And that's why your boy Jody, I hate going back to him, but that's why Jody is so pissed off, because his credibility is a wrap, because he was 100%, 1,000% sure that the Snyder Cut was not happening. You know, he was hanging out with Andy. Andy talking about, I got people in Warner, and they telling me there's no way it can happen. And then boom, that Man of Steel watch party, it destroyed all those cats, man.
But that's the thing. They jumped on the bandwagon a little bit too late, and they maximized their humiliation because it came out. It got confirmed a few weeks later. So it's like they're a special case.
Like I got a special place for John Campea, but when Andy Signor dropped that article at the time that he did, I was like, bro, this dude is crazy. He literally doesn't know.
Bro, you notice he dropped that article right when Release the Snyder Cut was trending. He did that to get views, bro.
The way I look at it is like, there was so much rumbling going on around that time. If you're a real journalist or really some dude in the know, you can try to hide it around the excuse you want that there's bad sources. But like, bro, it looked like a fucking volcano was about to explode.
For real.
You drop an article talking about, it's not about to happen. And then you want to double back and just say like, I had bad sources. It's like either you did it on purpose or you just made yourself look really stupid and you really do got bad sources. You didn't really expect any of this to happen and you don't really know what's going on. And that's where I feel like a lot comes to, like what Film God said, with a lot of these corporate YouTubers, a lot of these corporate channels, and you know what I mean, even independent YouTubers that just push the corporate line, is that I feel like Film God represents how a lot of people feel about this stuff anyway. Is that, this shit is bullshit. We like a lot of people just don't have a voice to put it out there and call these people out for it. It's like a lot of these types were already, they were fake fans. They were pretty much people that were put up there to take advantage of the wave. You know what I mean? Comic book films is popping, high concept films is popping. Instead of going after people that are really fans that have really, put in the work on YouTube and other channels, so you know what I mean, to push this type of info and, push the brand forward, and then they just hired some rinky-dink motherfuckers. Well, that's all they did. And then they pay off everybody else. So then that's why, and I like Mike Kalinowski from Popcorn Talk, but then that's why you have people like Roxy. You feel what I mean? He comes around like, I'm a DC fan, and it's like, you're just literally some rando white girl. Where did you come from? You're not like what? Like, you feel me? This is what we're pulling off as DC fan. Then you got people like Hector Navarro, literally working for DC for like.
Hold up. Abu Naz is coming in. Hold on.
Oh shoot, Dark Council in the building.
Word up.
It's supposed to be a party up here now, bro.
Yeah. All right. Word. It says joining, but I think he said his internet is giving him problems.
He'll be in. There you go.
Here we go. Bam. Now his audio is connecting.
What's good?
What's up, home? There we are. Here we are.
Film God already know when me and Abu get together what's gonna happen.
So sorry I'm late, gentlemen.
It's all good, man. So
fashionably late, man.
Good. You know how black people be late anyway, dog. You already know.
You know what? We fashionably late.
So we wasn't really talking about shit with Jody and people like Jody in the movement, but I don't know if I know you still got a lot to say about Jody, but
actually I'm pretty much done with him.
We killed him Tuesday, Wes. We killed him.
You missed my birthday bash, man. Funny. I was running late and I was already scrambling, man. And we had so many people in the chat, and I said, let me just say, fuck it, just go in hard body, because I wanted to bring you in, a few other guests.
Damn.
But once we got started on that boy, we literally scorched the earth with him.
He scorched him. We even scorched his homies.
You know what I'm saying? They all came through. The homies, his boys that he sent after us, they all came through the chat.
And we destroyed them too.
The fuck down where they belong, man.
And we know he was watching. He was watching too. Yeah. He was watching because his boys was in there. You mean to tell me your boys is watching and you ain't watching? You watching.
Like your ass didn't think that you was gonna set you put our name in your mouth.
Yeah.
And that's the weird thing about it, man. Remember when the last time we was speaking, Philly?
Yeah.
And I said, you know what? Something's we gonna have to get in this boy's ass because he put our names in his mouth. You in the West Coast, homie.
Right.
You in the West Coast, all your West Coast friends and everybody, y'all was, doing the Snoop, the Crip walk and all of that. Everybody was good out there. Now the East Coast got a response.
Right.
And y'all can't handle that,
Right. You're right. Yo, check this out. We're coming up on this 40 minutes, so I'm going to jump out and I'm going to just invite y'all in. We do that other 40 minutes and then we good.
Okay.
But I said we got 10 minutes left on this first Zoom segment, so I'm going to just jump out and bring all y'all right back.
Copy that.
No problem. Peace. Bam.
CGI, less mustache and with corny lines. That's the thing. You're going for the old school Donald look, right? But we're past all of that.
Yeah,
past all of that.
Bullshit. And it's so funny you bring that up too, because even with the situation going on at DC Comics right now, with DC Comics getting gutted and unfortunate but very fortunate situation of all the firings and everything. Yeah. A lot of people want to sit here and blame SJWs all day, and you have a point, but people got to remember that the SJWs were just a nail in the coffin. The things that really killed DC Comics and Marvel Comics, etc., were the traditionalists. The traditionalists that were stuck in the past, not only stuck in the past, but stuck in the fucking censored comic era that refused to let things move forward when they had the opportunity to do so. And not only did they do that, they pushed out creators that were trying to do that in the 90s, in the 80s and 90s and the 2000s. Mm-hmm. And so when our time came around now, just like Christopher Walken said in fucking in King of New York, these motherfuckers got fat while everybody starved. Yeah. While we were starving on whack comics, you feel me? Superman with the trunks, all the DC animation before the movie started dropping. All these guys were in DC Comics getting fat. You feel me? And let's be honest, all these liberals and SJWs and feminists, they ran through and chumped y'all. They pushed y'all out. They pushed y'all out the building because y'all were sitting there fat and lazy, and y'all were not prepared for the wave. Y'all were not prepared for the new force that was about to come through America and push y'all all out your jobs and out your positions. Y'all thought that y'all was good, and y'all was not. And it's true based on how they treat Zack Snyder alone. And look how they even treat Alan Moore. You feel me? All these people try to gas up how much they love Alan Moore's work. Man, motherfuckers be dogging Alan Moore nowadays, bro. They be talking cash shit about Alan Moore. Come on, and a lot of the great comic book creators before him and after him. So I don't even really want to hear it. I'm actually happy that this happened because if people in the past really wanted to stop this, they could have stopped this years ago.
As a liberal, I'm actually ashamed at the way this whole political landscape just crossed over into everything. Yeah,
it did.
I'm pissed, but with the current administration that we got, it pretty much just divided the lines down. You understand what I'm saying? In terms of ideology, in terms of secular knowledge, everything. And it all starts from the top. So whether you love him or you hate him, you have to understand as soon as he came in the building, that's when all of this shit jumped off. All of it. So now we got 4 years in. We got 4 years in of politics, this one, ideologies, people from every medium, whether it's movies, comic books, television, everybody has to have a say. And then unfortunately, those who are in power is following the waves of the young people that has that makeup in their head. But this is their future. So they have to look towards, I can't hang on to 50-year-old Abu Nas, but for so long, because 18 to 25-year-old Joe Schmo is where my future money is. I understand that, to be honest. And like I said, that's the circle of life. So at some point, we're gonna still lose this battle. The older we get, and the younger the people get, that's just how life works. So I get it now. But what I am trying to impress upon is that as long as you know you need our money, then you still have to cater to us to a certain extent.
Heck yeah.
We don't want you to just arbitrarily just cut us off at the heel, and then that's the end of it.
And that's why I rock with AT&T, because you know what they did? They say, you know what, these people over here, this Snyder Cut movement, it's money in this right here. Maybe we need to listen to the fans and give them what they want.
Pent up money. Pent up money that Warner Brothers didn't feel the need to want to give to get from us. They rather just lose the bucks just as long as they can keep the dirty little secret that they've been doing in the raps.
Save face, as they say in Japan. Well, they say it in Japanese, but they try to save face.
Right.
They just hope that they just took the L and just played it off. They can save as much space as possible, and it didn't work.
They didn't think we were gonna figure shit out. But check this out, Fatal J. This question goes to you because damn, I forgot what I was gonna say. I just used the mute button for the first time on 44's old short ass, but I didn't mean to, dog. It was an accident, dog. I was just clicking on them like, but yo, 44, I need to unmute you. So you just need to say unmute. I don't know.
Oh shit! I didn't even know you did that.
I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to mute you, dog. No, that was an accident. But
I think it's my first time meeting Para. So
mine too.
Brother. Nah, he's a cool dude.
We talked a few times on Twitter and shit, but I'm not really on the timeline like that as much as I used to be.
Yeah, he told me to look out for all of y'all, except Film God, but definitely he told me to check out Fatal J. Definitely he told me to check out.
Yeah, I'm a stalker fan. I've been watching you guys.
Hey man, I appreciate it, bro.
I don't have many friends, man. So the little bit that I can get, man, I hold on to.
Nah, that's why I brought him on the show, because it's really him that made me want to look at any one of y'all show. And I mean, except
and Pete this, Wes. Our boo was the one that put me on to you, bro.
Oh, word. See, it's all supposed to be like that, dog. It's supposed to be like that. So let me ask you this, Fatal J. I see you because I remember there was a time when I had more subscribers than you, dog. You blowing up, dog. You like the next shining star. What's going on, dog? Tell me about your show and tell me what you doing out there, man.
I look here, man.
That's what had the West Coast kids nervous. You know that you was on the come up, baby.
No, bro. I love this movement, man. And if I rise, I want my homies to rise. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be the big star. I want my homies to get on. I want more people to know about Mr. West. I want everybody to know about Abu, Film God, 44. That's just how I am, bro. I can't enjoy being on top and everybody else at the bottom. I wasn't raised like that. I learned from my dad. My dad, man, he one of the coolest people ever. He could meet a total stranger and it'd be like they best friends in the next 10 minutes, bro. Right. So, man, what's that Jay-Z quote when he said, if your crew is rugged, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. If everyone's rich, your crew is rugged, you know? And that's the truth. If we all on point.
That's my mentality, bro.
Right.
What's that kung fu saying? I think Bruce Lee said, you can break one stick, but if you have a whole bunch of sticks together, it's hard to break that.
Right.
But when it come to my channel, bro, I'm enjoying talking about Zack Snyder, talking about Snyder Cut, talking about DC, because this is the stuff I rock with. But this is the thing, though. And Abu, you were so right about it. You know, we from the hood, bro, so we can't really just talk like this.
Right, exactly.
In public, you know, when somebody come to your crib, you got to kind of hide them comic books and put them in the closet. You know what I'm saying? Because you might get clowned, you know? But I'm just glad I can get on you.
In my closet.
but it's dope. I can get on YouTube and just talk about the stuff I love and the films I watch. Man, I don't got my wife in the Snyder Cut. She didn't know what Snyder Cut was. She said, "What is all this Snyder Cut stuff you talking about all the time?" So I got her down, and now she rocking with Zack Snyder movies.
Word. Well, I appreciate it because you definitely bring an energy because. I know Film God, he can't do this shit forever. 44 probably the next up, but then I look at you Abu Nas, I know you don't want to do this shit forever. I look at Fatal J and like
I already just hit the 50 mark. Everything
right. I look at Jay like he's the next up. I look at 44 like they're the next new breed. So I tell 44, you know, you got Source Wall, Fatal J, you Raza, but y'all got this energy that I don't got, dog. So I'm gonna be honest. I might just chill and watch y'all for a little while and make my little go deeps, but I'm gonna support y'all as much as I can because I think y'all are the future of this shit, you know?
Bro, I'm gonna put it like this, man. As long as my channel is popping, y'all got a platform to be on if you want to promote your stuff, whatever, bro. That's just how I am, man. And I tell everybody about Mr. West. I said, man, that's my homie. Check out his stuff. It's dope. He gonna spit that real. He ain't gonna sugarcoat it. And like I said before, this panel right here, y'all told me about Jokey. Y'all told me about Jokey. I should have listened. I should have listened to some wisdom. You know what I'm saying? But
all right, man.
I take that L, bro.
When you brought him on our show for the first time, you knew what I was saying. And I looked at you and I said, this is how the love of our group, man. And then just as I said last Tuesday, I said, all right, my boy want to bring him in. I told him he was bitch made from the first, man. He's a sucker. But it's all good, man. Bring him in and do your thing. When Daddy came home, though, I kicked in the door, white feet. Hey, what's going on?
Hey,
I got to bounce.
Is that a video on YouTube?
It should be. It should be.
Drum should still have it.
Bro, it's funny, bro. It's fun. Hey, it's funny, film guy, because Abu had the white beat on. Bro, he looked like he was fresh off work. And we were all talking to Jody on Dark Council. As soon as Abu came on with the mean mug, Jody said, hey, you know what, guys? I got to
go. The OG just walked in.
Yeah. Abu, I think he knew you back then, bro.
He did though. He ain't that stupid. Yo, and see how it played out like in Bad Boys 2? Martin Lawrence in there, hey, Reggie, what's going on?
Yeah.
Who are you? My name is Jody. How old are you? I'm like, 28.
Yeah, I gotta watch Bad Boys 2 again, man.
Hey,
yeah.
Classic right there.
Let me ask y'all. Damn, hold on, y'all got me fucked up. Let me ask y'all though about the movement. Like today, we got a Bat Flak shit going on, right? We got Bat Flak's birthday, Bat Flak Forever trending event.
Yeah.
What do y'all feel? Film Gum, I'm gonna start with you. What's the state of the movement right now in your perspective?
Oh man, that's a tough question. You could put me on the spot like that one. Let's see. You know, we fighting. You know, okay, we fought for this. We created the hashtag Release the Snyder Cut. We got these campaigns going. We got the Snyder Cut, right? We got the Snyder Cut. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't mind taking part in, you know, this one today. Happy birthday, Ben Affleck. I mean, I don't really see the point of it, but I know. Sure, the school that, you know, I think it was Jessex.
Jessex, right.
Jessex. He put his, you know, time into it, got people behind it. It's all cool. I retweeted as much as I could, but I don't know what more, like, what kind of more campaigns do we need to do? Is because we won, we got the Snyder Cut.
Right.
Now I see people arguing about, you know, what should the Snyder Cut, what should the film be called? It's like, what is this argument? I don't understand. Whether it's Zack Snyder's Justice League, is Justice League Snyder Cut, Justice League the better one? I don't know. Whatever you want to call it. It'll be Zack Snyder's film.
Right.
But you know what, Film God, real quick, 44, real quick. I think it's some cats in the movement that's trying to cause turmoil, bro. Mm-hmm. I really do. And I notice, I watch my boy Wes all the time, and he be calling out some of these cats, man. And I really think they trying to be like, they trying to benefit from the movement, and they trying to act like they the big dog, but you stupid as freak, because I'm going to tell you why. The only big dog is Zack Snyder.
Goddamn right.
How you going to be the big dog and there's somebody's name attached to it?
Right.
It's the Snyder Cut movement. Zack Snyder. How you gonna be the king of that? Only Zack Snyder should be the king. And you know what's the crazy thing about it? Zack Snyder don't want to be the king.
Right.
He a humble cat.
Right.
Check this out, right? You know what people say? or the RT Snyder Cut account, it should close down because we got the Snyder Cut and there's no relevancy to them anymore. Well, what are you going to say that about the Batman v Superman Twitter account? Because that film came out like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
The Twitter account is still there.
Yeah.
Why can we not have the RT Snyder Cut doing their thing? Why can we not have other people doing their thing? Just leave everyone to it instead of going, they're irrelevant or they're this now. Like that's why I'm kind of taking a step back from all the Snyder Cut stuff. I'll do my content that I want to do on my channel, and that's it.
Right, preach.
So Film God might be Jesus of Nazareth, bro. I don't think I heard anybody say anything that made so much sense before. Why didn't
that was perfect. That was
why
perfect.
didn't we come to that conclusion?
Right. That was perfect. And y'all still see like there's old Superman, like the 70s Superman that still has people, parading their hashtag around. Why do they want to kill these hashtags like that? And that's what.
And technically, the film's not even out yet. It's not out. We haven't seen it.
Right.
So if you want to take the account down before the film, we even get to see the film. That's kind of a bad idea, regardless. Like they did say that they would shut down the account when the film is out, based on what they said. But at the end of the day, I feel like it's up to them. I feel like it's also up to the people too. You feel what I mean? I feel like if they want to shut it down, and then people say "fuck you," you're not shutting it down. They're not going to shut it down. Like,
how about this?
Though, like that's what I think, So
how about this? How about instead of just bitching and moaning about the release the Snyder Cut account, let them come back, change the name to the Snyder Cut release account, and then that way you can get more news, more goodies, and more other stuff because it was the official account that did all the hashtag, and we're here to celebrate, having the Snyder Cut being released for the next rest of the year and some into the next year. So they're still relevant. They're still relevant. It's just a matter of just changing the name and just keep it moving. And Phil Gobb is right. It's really not much to do at this point other than either, talk about the trailers or give out insight to what we will be seeing in the fandom that comes out next weekend. And then when next weekend comes out, we're going to have a whole bunch of stuff to talk about, dissect and stuff like that. But as Pilly said, certain people want to take the daggone thing for themselves, they was responsible for all the good shit that happened, and that's not even the case. Right. One guy created the hashtag release the Snyder Cut. Fiona Zhang is literally the woman that got the ball rolling.
Shout out to Fiona.
So if you want to talk about somebody being the big dog or the big man, it's pretty much nobody other than the big mother. That's in my head.
And you know what? She back tweeting again now, huh?
Right. Mm-hmm. Yes, she is.
And rightfully so.
That's the YouTube videos too. Right.
That's dope.
That's the queen. So everybody else takes a back seat to Fiona. Everybody.
Film God, what you was about to say. I agree with you, Abu Nas. Film God.
I just want to say that Justice Con is cool. It was what I expected it to be. It was all fine. It was good. Now we've got DC Fandom coming up, so I don't mind us fans coming together and doing campaigns round about these events. But if we keep doing one event every month, it's just going to tire people out. Right. It's let's wait until the film's close to release, and then get our campaigns going. Whether it's I don't know what kind of campaigns you can start on Twitter or YouTube, whatever, but. I think even the fans are kind of get tired of, here's a Twitter campaign. How can we get trending? Trending for what? What's there to start trending again for? It just tires people. It tires me out. So I would imagine it tires other people out.
Right.
The air cut. That's the only thing that they can start getting.
The air cut. Right. The air cut.
Yeah.
I think all focus should be on the air cut outside of everything else, because it's besides the Batfleck movie series, that's kind of a touchy subject. So I'm just gonna avoid that for right now. But Man of Steel 2 and JL 2 and the name of Zack Snyder's film is all that stuff is irrelevant. You know what I mean? I feel like if you're gonna focus on anything, it should be the air cut. And as far as the movement, I wouldn't say it's dying down or is dead or anything. I feel like the movement kind of just transcended. You know what I mean? I feel like everybody should go back and especially at this point with it being announced, go back and watch Excalibur, man. And specifically focus on the end of Excalibur and focus on a lot of shit that King Arthur says in that movie from beginning to end.
And that's a dope movie too.
You feel me? Like the movement has transcended, just like kind of how the Knights of the Round Table transcended. The thing that we did, you feel me, was so great that we can never even do it again. It's supposed to be a thing of like legend, of memory. You feel what I mean? That people can look back on about, man, remember when all those bands just came together and pulled off this great thing? And even when I was in the middle of it, Pelly can remember me saying like, yo, sometimes I'm thinking like, how the fuck are we doing this shit? Right. This shit is like running like a fucking perfectly willed machine.
Right.
And then obviously, you know, there came to a point where rifts came between certain people and, you know, friends in the movement, and, you know, things split, just like in the Excalibur movie. You feel what I mean? When things split between the Knights of the Round Table, but they were all still out looking for, you feel what I mean? The elixir, Holy Grail.
Right.
The elixir, you feel me? It has a lot of very weird similarities, but I, for one, believe that the movement has just transcended. We have achieved what we were supposed to do. But at the same time, because of that, you feel what I mean? Just like the Knights, you feel what I mean? We can't. It's like, all right, we can't go back. All right, King Arthur's back now. We got the Holy Grail. Everybody's down with the team again. It's like, no, everybody done got old. You know, a lot of people got old. Some people passed away. Some people moved on. You feel what I mean? We got to rebuild the kingdom now. You feel what I mean? And when I say the kingdom, I even mean like the entirety of DC fandom, because people forget that DC fandom was in fucking shambles while this was going on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it may seem like there's not work to be done, or there's not things left to do, or, you know, the movement has died out because we achieved it, but it's still leading to greater things because we achieved our goal. You feel what I mean? And what we have done is going to reverberate into the future. You feel me? It's already fixing things right now. You can arguably say that the release of Snyder Cut movement saved DC fandom. It did. For a while, there was no hype. All you had was haters. All you had was fucking Marvel, wannabe Marvel fans coming over here telling us what DC Comics should be like. You feel what I mean? And that's why I give a lot of respect to Abu and Fatal J, because, and of course Film God too, because y'all came out in a very good time where we needed you guys. Like, you feel me? DC fans did not have nobody speaking for them. And people can just say like, oh, you're just talking about the movies, and they're like, no, we had nobody speaking for us, movies, comics, anywhere, or any part of the industry at all.
Yes, sir.
Everybody was talking about Star Wars and Marvel. Let's just be G. Motherfuckers was about to leave us out to dry.
No, that's some real shit. That's some real shit.
Abu was the one, you feel what I mean? Because Abu's a Star Wars head, and Abu was the one that plugged us in with the Phantom Menace and got them on our way. Like, nah, you need to fuck with these young cats. Like, they speaking truth, and they on some righteous shit. Like, fuck with them. Even dudes like Brian Cannell. You feel me? Before then, it was a little rift. But when people like Abu came into the wave, you feel me? What I mean? It brought fans together. And that's what we needed. We needed something to relate each other so we can all find a common ground, even amongst, you know, fandoms. And then Fatal J was just important because we just needed more people talking about DC and being positive about it. And actually, it's cool to see a dude hopping on the channel, getting ready to talk about some DC shit, and actually got a smile on his face, actually about to laughing and having a good time. All these rest of these cornballs like, oh man, Zack Snyder's doing this. Y'all don't like shit DC does, man. Y'all don't even want to give him a chance or nothing. And
I say that's real.
I think a lot of this stuff was very important, not just for us getting the film out, but for fans in the future, man. It really.
It's all real, and I agree with that because, like I said, I'm not in tune as all of y'all are with the movement, but 44 has been telling me, check these guys out. Always throwing his video, throwing Fatal J's video in my face. Yo, look at this video. Get this guy on Go Deep. So what he said is real. He's not just talking some bullshit. But I saw, right? I saw Film
like
God put his hand up.
Like y'all are key people that saved the DC fandom. Key people. Like people can try to downplay that all they want, but this is facts, bro. Like the DC fan base was in the fucking casket for a minute. Like everybody was about to convert over to Marvel. And all the DC fans was about to bury Marvel with the DC fans. Like, oh, I guess they're right. All the real DC fans have to be like, whoa, y'all better fall back off Batman and Superman, bro. Like, Wolverine is whack, bro. Spider-Man is whack compared. Don't come, like, for real. It got to that point, and y'all know that's true. Y'all just feel like if everybody was focusing on the movies, it maybe wasn't that big. Like, nah, it started getting to the comics. It started getting. Why do you think Marvel is making games now? Because us DC fans have to point out to these fucking Marvel fans, like, yo, Marvel doesn't make good games. Marvel still doesn't make good comics in DC. Marvel doesn't make any fucking animated movies. Just because y'all think y'all got the movie game on lock right now does not mean that y'all about to beat us out.
But 44, you right though, bro, because when you 44, when you look at the main two, when you look
Hold on, 44. I had to mute him. My bad, 44.
44, but real quick. And I know Film God got something to say too. I'm gonna be real fast.
Right.
But 44, you right, bro, because when you boil down to it, if you ask everybody in the world who are some superheroes they know or superheroes they like the most, they're gonna give you Superman and Batman. Now they might give you Spider-Man for that third one, but the world finest always come first, bro.
Right.
Always come first.
Right. So, Film God, what were you about to say? I saw you hold up your hand.
I was just going to say that, you know, all this time that I've been on YouTube, I feel that I was the only channel that would call out, you know, other channels.
You was,
people,
bro.
Damn sure was. That's probably why you got so much of the hate that you got.
The Rotten Tomatoes. I was the only one making videos about Rotten Tomatoes, right? Like, you know, kind of picking apart their things that we're saying in their reviews and all that. And I did get a lot of shit for it. But then right up and all the way up until maybe Batman v Superman's release, I think then people started to realize, you know, maybe Film Gob has a point. So and then, you know, and because all the other channels were talking about, oh, here's what's happening, here's some rumors, and here's some news and announcements from DC and Marvel and this and that. And I was more focused on, you know, critics, bloggers, things like that. But now, you know, I do feel, you know, like 44 is right. You know, you definitely had DC fans who were just giving up on Zack Snyder, and because of the shit the media was saying about Zack Snyder, and the DCEU didn't have a chance to grow before it had started.
Right.
Yeah, like it barely started. They didn't give it a chance, and you know they want all these Marvel dick writers. They were talking about, you know, oh, we need to, maybe it should be a bit more like Marvel. It's not like Marvel, you know, and you know that's where Jeff Johns and all these people started sticking their fingers into it.
The dirty.
So I think since Justice League was released, I think, you know, my job's easier now because, you know, everyone's calling out the bloggers, the critics, so it's all good.
So check this out. All right, we got 9 minutes to go on this one, but I want to, before we wrap it up, Film God, I want to give you a shout out because I think in this whole movement from all these YouTubers, and I show love to all of the ones that's cool, but I really think Film God is the best, yo. And I hate to say it like it's a competition.
I agree.
But
you know I'm not even mad. I was off everything for the way I had to smash these baskets into the
dog, I'm telling you, I watch his shit. Like, I make my videos, and I guess my expression inside comes out as go deep, right? But I watch Film God shit, and I'm like, damn, I wish I made that. Like, why didn't I come up with that, dog? Like, I don't want go deep. I want to do what he just did, you know?
Yeah. Bro, you ain't never lied, bro, because I can remember chilling in my old crib before I even thought about a YouTube channel, and I used to watch Film God, and I would be thinking to myself, dang, I want to rock with this dude.
Let me say this, and I know Film God gonna blush on this. You know, sometimes when I get depressed, and I'll be like, damn, man, everybody bragging on Snyder, everybody dissing because Infinity War and everything was out. So Marvel kids was just riding the wave. It's like, oh my God, the Marvel movies are the greatest. Do you DC boys got movies? And we walking, we sad. I come in to put on Film God video. I was like, man, I don't know what. Do we have something to look forward to? And the way he makes his videos when he talks about Zack Snyder, I'll never forget the one where the Return of the Man, and it's like he came from out of the sky, came down, and Return of the Man, come on. And he had Zack Snyder with the glasses. My whole mood picked up, and it got me ramped up. Like, yeah, baby, I'm gonna fight for my man.
I want to ask y'all a quick question though.
That's a deep cut. That's a deep one.
I want to ask y'all a question, a real quick question.
All right.
Who do you think Film God ripped the most on a video? I'm talking about destroyed him. Who you think? To me, I'm gonna say man. I'm gonna say Robert Storm. He told Robert Storm.
Oh yeah, bro, you killed Robert, bro.
He did. He killed him, bro.
That shit was overkill. That was like a spirit bomb right there. Wait, hold on. You're talking about the video when he had the comments popping up on him, right? Bro, that shit literally had me crying on my like my homie was here. We was both crying off that shit.
Bro, I was crying too, bro.
Sometimes I feel like I need to erase some of my videos before God gets a hold of it.
Me too. Film God is the reason why I gotta be on point, because I said if Film God ever get into it, he gonna crush me.
That nigga got everything, dog. He got everything. I'm like, damn.
I was just checking Fatal J's old video about the Snyder Cup banner at the FA Cup match.
Yeah.
And I was like, Fatal was showing love to the Snyder Cut all the way back in January this year. So I was like, all right, okay, cool.
No, but see, that's what I'm saying. Film God can get me if he go back. Because I saw that comment. I said, okay, he's looking for something.
You see that shadow? You see that shadow of God when you was like, I gotta hurry up.
Yo, that's how I felt. That's how I felt when y'all talking about Professor Griff shit. I'm like, damn, they look that far back on my shit. All right. What was I doing back then, dog? I don't know. Like I was rapping. Like, God damn. No, only look at my shit from 2016 on.
Yo, man, real talk, man. When you see a YouTube creator and you tell him, let me tell you something, you better be good.
You better be on point.
That's Film God coming.
Somebody coming, dog. All right,
legend.
All right, yo. That's we got 5 minutes to go, so I'm gonna just give y'all a shout out. I appreciate all y'all boys for coming on, giving me content. This was great. Film God, Abu Nas, Fatal J 44. I'm gonna edit this shit up and I'm gonna probably have it out tonight at 8.
Oh,
dope.
Nice.
Eastern.
Nice.
All right. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you for
All right,
coming
no
on.
problem, man.
Thank you.
All right.
Peace out.
Thank you.
It's not a cut.
189.
Trailer.
Damn right. Yeah, bitch.